Hey guys, Michael the DC Multiverse Collector here. Very excited to be bringing you this review of the DC Direct Batman Arkham Asylum 1/3 scale cowl replica from McFarlane Toys. Now, I've not reviewed any of the cowls in this line to date, but the good folks in McFarlane Toys and Icon Collectibles were generous enough to send me this sample for review, and of course I was excited to accept. So here I am having a look at this line of 1/3 scale cowl replicas. There's about 8 or 9 of them in total, and we've got cowls from all the different movies and comics, but as far as I know, this is the first cowl replica from a video game portrayal of Batman. So that's really exciting, and of course Arkham Asylum is by now 16 years later, an iconic depiction of Batman. So this is really cool. Now, if you're looking to pick one of these cowl replicas up, you can do so from your favorite online retailer. My favorite is Green Rock Comics. Great store, free shipping for orders over $100. My other favorite is popculture.com.au. And of course, if you are shopping at popculture.com.au, you might want to use my discount code, which is 15McFarlane, 15MCFARLANE for 15% off any in-stock McFarlane Toys item. So that's really cool. Thank you very much to Icon Collectibles, Pop Culture, and McFarlane Toys. Now, this cowl, you'll see it is 1/3 scale. It's DC Direct imprint. That's really cool. On the front of the box here, you'll see it's from Arkham Asylum, 1/3 scale. Looking very nice there in the clamshell. Not a lot going on other than the cowl itself. To be expected, you don't expect accessories with this sort of thing. Coming along to the side here, you will see we have that glorious Batman Arkham Asylum logo, which is by now very nostalgic. I don't know what your experience is with Arkham Asylum, but I played the game in 2009. I had no idea who Rocksteady Studios was. I loved Batman. There'd never really been a great Batman game, and then this game comes out and just nails it. Graphics, story, gameplay, everything. Just absolutely nailed the Batman experience. So it really is just a hugely important game and a hugely influential game. I mean, there are so many releases now that have taken a lot from that Arkham style of combat. You know, Sony's Spider-Man series owes a lot to that game. So that's really cool to see this now coming into the toy line as a cowl. The Batman logo down the side. And on the back, you'll see we have Arkham Asylum Batman, looking very cool. Those enormous ears. And as I said, by now, just an iconic depiction of the Dark Knight. So without any further ado, guys, let's open this up and have a look. Just before I do that, though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel if you like what you see, and like the video too if you like what you see. And if you don't, well, maybe subscribe and like anyway, and leave me a helpful, constructive comment in the comment section. I'm always trying to do better, and I'm trying to improve my upload frequency as well. So yeah, that'd be really great. Helps me out a lot. So enough yapping, Michael. Let's open this cowl and see how cool it is. Okay guys, so here we go. We have the Arkham Asylum 1/3 scale cowl replica out of its packaging. And you'll see here that on camera here, just sort of looking at it on its own, it looks really cool, right? Like, I think the main thing that impresses me about this is just its overall accuracy to the source material. I mean, this is the Arkham Asylum cowl. I can just see, the chin and nose and mouth in there, and it's Batman from Arkham Asylum. Of course, it does have the wide eyes rather than the pupils, but I actually kind of like that. I don't like when the cowls just have holes for eyes. It takes away the personality a little bit. So yeah, this really does look like the source material, and overall I'm quite impressed. I do think the ears perhaps are maybe a little bit short. I feel like in the game those ears were, a little bit taller. What do you think? A little bit longer. Let's compare to the box. What do you think? Proportionately, it's not far off, okay? It's not far off, but I do feel like the game did exaggerate those ears quite a bit. But, you know, I think this looks great, and I certainly think it's close enough. What you might not be getting from this video is the sense of scale. Unfortunately, I do not have any of the other cows in this line, and I don't have any other sort of equivalent items that might give you a sense of what this compares to in terms of like 1-to-1 scale cows. Of course, they've made a few of those. So this is fairly small. I mean, you can see my hand, and it's a large hand, but you know, this is barely as big as my hand. What I thought I might do, just to give you a sense of scale, is to bring in a multiverse figure, and here is Arkham Asylum Joker, and here is the Arkham Knight Batman, both in the DC Multiverse line from McFarlane Toys. They're 7-inch scale, so you'll see that this thing stands just a little over 7 inches, just to give you a sense of how big it is. So it's not huge, but you know, the upside of all of this is that this is not an expensive item. This is like $30, $30, less than this guy, $30. You can get them on sale for $25 quite often. So, you know, reviewed in that context, I think they're a really nice size, a decent amount of plastic for what you get, and a really nice sort of finish and likeness. And I really, really do appreciate that McFarlane Toys has given us something, you know, affordable. Typically, when you see busts, cowls, replicas, they are high-end collectibles, and they go for hundreds of dollars. And I just think that it's really nice to have sort of something at the other end of the market for the casual punter or the, you know, Batman fanatic on a budget. And what this allows you to do is, of course, get the money to save up and buy all the cows in the collection. Like I said, there are about 8 or 9 of these now, and we've got cows from Batman 89. We've got them from the Zack Snyder Justice League, Batman Begins, Nightfall, Hush, Dark Knight Returns, the animated series. Like, we've got a whole bunch, Adam West, and I don't have any of those, but my good friend Dave at Dave Cave Dave, I should say, on his channel has reviewed them. I highly recommend you go sub his channel, watch his reviews. He really lays it all out and has a lot of interesting shit to say. Of course, he's not as good as me, and you can let him know that in the comments, but like, he'll give you the lowdown on the previous waves and show you what they all look like together. But I think the potential lies in the ability to sort of get a really comprehensive collection of cows. And they're all in the same scale. They're all about $30 each. And they'll just look amazing together on the shelf. You collect 9, 10, 12, 20, as many of these as they make, they will look amazing on a shelf all together. And I think that's what McFarlane Toys is aiming to do. And I think that's what they've achieved. There's nothing like this in the space. Like, you know, Marvel doesn't offer any sort of Marvel busts. Sorry, I should say Hasbro with their Marvel Legends line doesn't offer any busts at this size. And I really, really appreciate McFarlane's sort of willingness to experiment and try new things and sort of disrupt the collector's market a bit. You know, you can have $300 cows, you can have $30 cows. Why isn't everyone doing that? Don't know. There must be a reason, but McFarlane doesn't care. He's doing it anyway. And I think that's to be applauded. I think that's a really, really cool thing. I'll just move these guys out of the way so we can take a closer look. You'll see here down the bottom on the pedestal, we have Batman, Arkham Asylum, and the year of release, 2009. Yes, I was playing that game in 2009. I'm extremely old, but I do like the sort of wash over here. It gives it a bit of a distressed look, which is nice. That's all over the base here. It's just got that like silver wash. Gives it a bit of texture. I like that. Of course, it is completely hollow, and it's a little rickety. I feel like that's probably my biggest disappointment out of the box, is that it all hangs together, very rickety. I wish this was a more solid construction. You'll see side on, this piece that holds the cowl in there is completely hollow. I do wish it was sort of solid, and or maybe like a metal rod or something into a solid base would have given it a slightly more premium feel. But as we know, slightly more premium results in many more dollars. Like, that's just how it works. So this is not something that you want to handle. I think the more you're handling these, the sort of cheaper it will feel. And I mean, it is cheap, and that's the reality of it. But I think the power of this is if you just sit it there on the shelf, you know, especially in a collection, it'll look amazing, right? You don't touch it, it looks heavy. It looks high quality. It's only when you pick it up that you realize, okay, it's quite a cheap little plasticky thing. But like, yeah, we can't escape the fact it's $30. Nothing is $30 in like action figures anymore. You know, figures aren't $30, it's cheaper than a figure. So you have to look at it from that perspective, and that's what I do. Coming in for a closer look at the details, I do like the finish. It's kind of got a textured feel. It's very, very subtle, the texturing here. You can see it's not completely smooth. It's sort of got that like leathery look. I really, really like that. All the nice sort of, sculpted details here. Looks really, really good, in my opinion. And of course, the key feature here is the sort of cowl and the sort of sculpt in the forehead, the eyes, the nose. And I think the geometry here looks bang on. Sort of no matter what way you tilt it, it really does look like Arkham Asylum Batman. And that's all you really want. So look, guys, my verdict is, if you want to collect cowls and you're a Batman fanatic, you sort of want to casually pick a few of these up, 3, 4, this is great. Like, you can just pick up your favorite ones. If you want to do all the movie ones, you can get all the movie cowls that they release as they release them. I think there's 3 or 4 movie ones now. You think you've got, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Batman Begins, Batman 89. You know he's going to make the rest. If you want to do the comic versions, you can get Hush, Nightfall, Dark Knight Returns. Perfect. And now, if you want to do the games, I'm sure we're going to get Arkham Knight next, maybe Arkham City as well, and you can do just the game Batmans. Or if you want to go all out, you can collect all of them. Who knows how many we'll get by the end of it, 20, 30, 15, before McFarlane loses the license. But if you have 15 of these or 10 of these or whatever it is on a shelf, you'll have an amazing display. And it will look like it's worth a lot more than it is. It might cost you $300 for 10. Australian dollars, $300 is, not that much, 200 American dollars. And you'll have an awesome, awesome display, an awesome collection for a fraction of the cost that you would sort of expect. So that's it from me, guys. I think that these are an easy recommend if you're in the market. I'm very impressed, and getting this has sort of got me tempted to go and pick up the rest. Maybe not all of them, but certainly my favorite Batman cowls. Because as we know, we love Batman cowls. They are iconic, and this is no exception. So for the brief, a cheap $30 Australian replica cowl, 1/3 scale, absolute home run, easy recommend, go buy it. That's all from me. If you've liked what you've seen, give this a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and stay tuned for my next reviews. I should have some coming up soon. The final Batsuit, Commissioner Gordon, and what else? Maybe the Adam Strange Collector Edition figure. All coming up soon. I can't wait to review those. Stay tuned to the channel. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and happy collecting.